Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I have a cool subject I want to get into, so let's get started. So as many of you know, I've been doing this for quite a long time. Now, hang on. Hello? You want to sell me what? A Micro Four Thirds camera. Do you know who I am? You don't? Well, that's understandable. Most people don't. But let me tell you, I am a full frame Canon guy. I shoot weddings. There's no way in the world I would buy some crazy little sensor like that. That would be insane. Why would you even try to sell something like that? I know they've got some new camera out that's got like 25 megapixels, but it's still on the super tiny little sensor. Who would use that? Oh, it'll do 100 megapixels? That's pretty impressive. Oh, that's pretty impressive too. Okay. No, my Canon R6 won't do that. No, it won't do that either. That does sound like a pretty cool camera you've got. Okay. All right. Well, okay, I got you. Well, let me check it out and I'll get back with you. Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. Well, sorry about that, guys. Trying to sell me a Micro Four Thirds camera, one of these. In fact, they were trying to sell me this one, the Lumix G9 Mark II. It will do 100 megapixel shot. And a lot of people hag on Micro Four Thirds, call it Micro Four Losers, whatever, because it does have a small sensor. But the technology that's in this camera is absolutely incredible. If you saw one of the videos I made the other day, I compare it very closely to my Canon R6. Now, obviously under low light, it's not going to go to 12,800 as good. It will do very good. I did a low light straight out of the camera with it, and I was very impressed with what it would do. I even cropped them in 200%. And it's far above any film that we ever purchased back in the 80s and 90s. I compared it to the Konica 3200, and it's better than that. It'll go up to 6400. It does a really good job. I was really impressed. But this thing will shoot a 100 megapixel image. And the G9, the first one, would do an 80 megapixel because it was a 20 megapixel camera, did 4 shots, turned it into an 80. This one's 25, so it goes to 100 megapixels. But the original G9, you had to have it on a tripod. This one, you can even do 100 megapixel handheld. So let's go outside and I want to show you guys a picture, and we'll do one at 25 megapixels and we'll do one at 100 megapixels, and we'll crop them in closely and see what kind of difference that makes. So let's go have a look and see what we can figure out. All right, guys, we're at the lake. It's about to rain and there are a lot of cars going by, but I want to go ahead and get this shot done. It's kind of noisy, people blowing the horn. But anyway, I want to show you what the 100 megapixel image looks like versus the 25. So as you can see behind me, it's not a very pretty day. It's about to rain. There's a house over on the left of the shot. I'm going to shoot a picture in high quality mode that'll give me a 100 megapixel image, and at the same time it's going to shoot a 25. So I'm going to shoot it, and when we get back to the studio, I'll show you the two images side by side, cropped in, and I'll also show you the setting on the camera on how to do it, because it's a little different than it was on the G9. It's a little bit tricky to go into it. It's just one thing that's kind of odd, I thought, but I'm just not used to doing it that way. So I'll show you how to actually be able to shoot it if you have a G9. So anyway, let me get the picture, and I'll show you back to the studio. All right, so I'm focusing on the house, and it sounds like a machine gun when it's going off. And it takes a minute, it processes it in the camera. I'm gonna do one more. I did that one with no shutter delay. I just hit the button. I'm gonna do one with a 2-second delay. That way, if I bump the trigger, it'll be stopped by the time 2 seconds is up. So I'm gonna do one more. And I will show you how to do all this in the camera as soon as we get back into the studio. So get my shutter delay on 2 seconds, just in case there was a little blur on that first one. There may not have been, but just to be safe. All right, so it'll take the picture in just about 2 seconds. All right, there you go. Now it says it's creating high resolution image. Takes a minute to process in the camera. But it's very cool how it does all this in the camera. To be able to get a 100 megapixel picture out of a Micro Four Thirds, I think it's going to be incredible. It's still creating it, and it's just about done. All right, so it's done. So let's head back to the studio. I'll put these side by side and show them to you, and we'll talk about it some more. All right, guys, we are back, and I've got to say I am just thoroughly impressed with this camera. Everything I've seen from it so far, the ISO is amazing. What the pictures you're about to see are amazing. Even the 25 megapixel one is just crazy. Now, the one thing I wish I would have done at this shoot is I was kind of far away from that house that I was shooting on the left. And I decided to move, and as I was moving everything, it started to rain, so I had to just stick with the one that I had, because you have to zoom in so far, because I zoomed into one of the windows on the house, and you'll see on the pictures just how far that zoom is. You're going to be impressed with that. But anyway, let's look at the pictures. So here is the 25 megapixel full shot. That's just what it looked like right out of the camera. And here's the 100 megapixel one. You can't really tell the difference when they're that size. But here is the 100 megapixel one cropped in pretty far. You can tell how far that's cropped in. And here it is again. There's the 25 megapixel, and they both look really good right there. Now here is a really, really strong crop. I was trying to show that little window that I kind of pulled it beside each other. It does like this, and it's flat on the bottom side by side. And you can tell that the 100 megapixel one really held together a little bit better than the 25 megapixel one. But to be such an extreme crop, even the 25 megapixel one looks good, because take a look at that picture, the size of that window. And now let me show you what it looked like when we first started. We cropped from that. You can barely even see that window, much less cropping that far, and it looked that good. From a Micro Four Thirds camera, I am just so impressed with this camera. I am just loving this camera. Nothing about this camera that hasn't impressed me yet. Now, I have had a few problems of every time I try to hold up something to the Lumix G9, because I haven't recorded any of our videos like this with this camera yet, although I will soon, because every time I hold up something to the old G9 lately, it never focuses on it. So, but we won't have that problem when I start videoing with this one. I'm just using this one so much lately for pictures and other things. I'm still recording with the G9. But anyway, I'm thoroughly impressed with that 100 megapixel shot and that crop and how far that is. I mean, if you go back and hit pause on your monitor, your computer, your phone, whatever you're watching this on, and look at how far away that shot was, and then look at that crop where the little window is up tight, and look how that is held together. There's no topaz, there's nothing in that. That's straight out of the camera. The 25 megapixel one was just a JPEG. The 100 was RAW, and all I did was turn the RAW to a JPEG, so I didn't do anything extra to it. But that's just an amazing crop. So I'm gonna show you how to set your camera to do this on your Lumix G9 Mark II. It's a little bit different than it was on the G9. I just want to make sure you know how to do it. So I'm going to end the video with showing you how to do that. But anyway, if you guys are impressed, let me know. If you've got the camera thinking about getting it, let me know. If you have any questions, if you already have it, let me know how you like it. And anyway, I want to show you guys real quick how to actually get that shot from the camera to do a 100 megapixel shot. It's not too complicated, but it's a little bit different than it was on the G9. So for helping you guys out, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And now I'm going to show you guys how to do it out of the camera. So if you got the G9 too, you can just watch the video and you can run shoot one of these pictures and shake it out. You guys have a good day. Thanks. So you go into your menu. It's on the top right, the little picture of the camera. Then you push over to the right, push over again, scroll down to where it says high resolution mode setting. Click that button. Then hit handheld high res. If you want to do it handheld, have it on. If you want to do it on tripod, have it off. Picture quality, I do mine combined. That means it shoots RAW and a JPEG here. Picture size, you can choose. You can do a 50 megapixel or 100. I want to do the big one, the 100. And then I wanted to get a regular shot too. That's where I got the 25 megapixel shot from. Shutter delay, I went with 2 seconds, because sometimes if you just hit the trigger, the camera can shake just a little bit and you don't want that. So I got it where 2 second shutter delay. That way I hit the button and it waits 2 seconds before it takes the picture. But what you have to do from there, hopefully you can see this, is kind of dark. Let me turn on the light real quick so you guys can see this part. All right, so to take the picture, used to on the old way in the menu, there was a start button you would hit. This time you go up to your dial. Now this is where I usually keep mine. It's one shot at a time. But this one, you turn it to this one right here. It's the fourth click. That is your high res shot. So as soon as you set it right there, then you just push the shutter button as normal and it'll take the picture. Like I said, it used to be in the menu, you'd push the button to hit start. Now you set everything in the menu and then you turn your dial to here. Then you push your shutter button and you're good to go. So good luck, guys. Let me know how it works. You guys have a good day. Hey guys, I just want to take this second of your time. If you guys would please hit like and subscribe, it would go a long ways toward helping our channel and help us keep making these videos. Thank you.